What's up, guys? I'm just gonna make a quick update, follow up to my Bitcoin video from the other day. I'm gonna make it quick because I don't want to get too long in it. But basically, Bitcoin made a move up. A lot of the altcoins went down, and in the last video, I told you guys to take notes and place bids. Well, a lot of those bids hit. I got filled on PivX. I got filled on a few on Verge. I got filled on there was a few I got filled on actually, so it did quite well. Pay was another one I got filled on, and now there's this line, this famous line from my earlier videos, where we broke when we went from 5K, 5,500 all the way to 20,000 on Bitcoin. We came down overnight and we smashed through and bounced off this fib area at around 10,500. Now we went sideways, found some support around the 50 fib area. We held it, and then we're finding support at the 14,600 mark, which is also the 6.18 fib area. And I'm looking for, I think we're going to reject it here, and I think we'll come back and test this top around this 8.83 fib area, because this area right here, I'm just going to quickly show you guys. This area is always shorting area. Like, this is where when something goes really crazy high and it sells off, and there's always a bounce. That bounce, you want to place short areas around the 618 and the 786 area. And if the price goes through that, you want to close. So your stop should be above it every time you want to short. So it would have worked out here many times. And now it's pushing towards the top. I think we're going to come possibly down to 15,700-ish. And I think we'll test the 15,000s one more time, and then I think we'll slowly make our move up past this red box. And I don't think we're going to break this line. This line is going to become resistance, and I can see us going a little bit outwards and then coming back up. But if you ever see Bitcoin come back, and because this thing could go up, like, at some point, if we go to 23,000 by February, we're going to break this line. So I'm going to look at Bitcoin to break this line as a sign of super bull. That's going to be super bull when it gets back on this trend, because I talk about trend lines a lot, and I'm going to make education videos on them too. But basically, the trend line, when there's more buying than selling, the price moves up. And when there's more selling than buying, the price moves down. It's simple. And this trend line gives you an estimation of the degree in which the buying is going on, how aggressive it is. You know what I mean? Like, I draw trend lines all the time, and I'll show you a trick that I use with my trend lines, which is I will measure the angles. So this trend line here, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is. That says 24 degrees, right? Then if I measure this current one that we're at 26 degrees. So we're moving a little bit aggressive, just a little bit more aggressive than the bounce here. So you want to keep measuring these trend lines and getting a gauge of how much, like once you're up here, for example, if you're measuring this one, you can see like how much more aggressive is the trend becoming based on this angle, So if we're starting off at 27 right now, you can keep moving it and start to really examine how strong Bitcoin is, and when you start getting in the 70s, it's overextension. And then when you start to get closer to this 26, you probably want to move out of your alts. That's just kind of how I'm playing. That's how I use trend lines. I use trend lines all the time, and they're a great gauge of strength in the market. And they play out a lot of times. Like right now, this trend line was holding it. It broke. We knew to get out, and now we know that it's becoming resistance. And I think it's going to take some time for it to break out of there. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. I think we're going to wedge between this angle and here, and then eventually I think we're going to break out of here, and we're going to start to fucking move out. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I wanted to keep it quick, and you guys take care.